valid until July 17, 2028. And then the mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2026. Next is the tax clearance. Is valid until October 16, 2026. Pickup license will expire on November 22, 2026.
Valid pa rin.
That's it, Mr. Chair.
Okay, proceed with the other documents, the statement of all ongoing government in private contracts, if any.
Or the LCC, Mr.
No,
Chair.
the ongoing first.
Ongoing. Yeah. Statement of ongoing, Mr. Chair. You have one under the government of LGU province of Benguet.
Okay, next, the license of the documents for the SLCC.
For the SLCC, you have none.
I mean the document, it is present.
Yeah, it's here.
But no declared project, okay? Next, the bid security.
So, yeah, here that's bid security. It's in the form of bid securing declaration. It is notarized by Attorney Horty Tama. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Next, the organizational chart in key personnel.
So they have here attached the organizational chart. The key personnel list was key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their qualification data. Key personnel's affidavit to commitment to work on the contract, which is notarized by the senior lawyer, Attorney Horty Tama. That's PRC license. That's accreditation of project engineer. All the listed personnel here signifies their commitment to work in the contract.
Okay, so next is the list of the contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment units.
So we have attached here the list of contractors' major construction and equipments linked in the contract. For on, we have values, and for lease, we have 3. Under purchase agreement, none. With the supporting documents, such as deed of sale or one unit excavator, and then share in ore of one dump truck. Another share in ore of all the attachments are here, such as the ore in share, the equipment, the lease agreement.
Yung list agreement tadi di ba? Dari din for own.
So for the under lease agreement, we have here the lease agreement of the contractor in between William Tico for one unit Komatsu loader with the attached warrant here, and then another contract lease agreement between the contractor in Gladys Lickligan for one Isuzu dump truck with the attached warrant here, and another lease agreement in between Mike Ibag, the contractor, and Aldrin Apai for one unit mixer truck. That's supporting documents. The picture.
Okay, so next the omnibus sworn statement.
Attached is the omnibus sworn statement, and it's updated, notarized by same lawyer, attorney Horty Tama.
Okay.
So that's it.
What the audited financial statement?
Then here attached the audited financial statement.
The computation of the net financial contracting capacity.
Their net financial contracting capacity amounting to 307,521,248.7. So,
And then the attached Philippine bidding documents.
yeah, here attached the bidding documents, Mr. Chair.
Okay, complying. We'll proceed with the next project. That's for the Iwan Bonita.
I remove.
Next project. The 26-0002. One bidder again. Same bidder, Layar Engineering and Construction Services. Layar General Engineering pala. Let's should begin with the opening and the termination of the document. Please examine simultaneously the required technical documents, starting from the Philip's registration until the attached copy of the Philippine bidding documents.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So for the Philips registration, it's a platinum membership. It's valid until November 14, 2026. Next is the detail certificate. valid until July 17, 2028.
Valid na yun. So, set ka na doon sa statement of ongoing invested na
Let's go. Yes, kanina. So let's go directly to the statement of ongoing government and private construction contracts. So for government, you have one under the private subsidy with the attached supporting documents. And then for the SNCC, I have here attached, but no ongoing no projects. For the pickup license, which is valid until November 22, 2026. For the bid security, it's in the form of bid securing declaration, which is notarized by the similar attorney Hor Kitama. Next is the organizational chart. Next is the list of contractors' key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their qualification data. So all the listed key personnel here have signified their commitment to work in the contract. So next is the list of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment. For all, various. For the list, you have 7 in under purchase agreement. No. For all, but that's here the was in CRs. For the list equipment, you have here the contract of lease agreement for 1 unit cargo truck is in between the contractor and Adamson Panico with the such was in shares and another lease agreement. It's in between the contractor and Aldrin Akpai for one mixer truck. That's one share equipment. Another lease agreement for 1 unit contract in two units contract. This is in between the contractor and Alberto Akay. Motorized, similar with the attached work in shares. And another contract of lease in between contractor in Marjorie Samidan for one vibratory roller authorized by same lawyer. The attached supporting documents. So, and then next is the omnibus sworn statement. It is updated, notarized by the same lawyer, Attorney Tama. Next is the NFCC,
Maintain the audited financial statements.
in the audited financial
Financial statements.
statement with the attached supporting documents from the BIL. And the next is the computation of net financial contracting capacity amounting to 307,521,240 and 70 centavos. Pass. And then the Philippine bidding documents.
Okay, so let's now proceed with the next project for 26PF0003. Do we have a bidder?
Bidder.
In one bidder in same contractor who submitted bid to the first two projects. That is it. That the policy is going to be operated. It's not going to be so again, just examine the document simultaneous until that's a copy of the Philippine bidding documents.
Okay, Mr. Chair. So since the same contractor and have the same valid legit registration, and all the requirement for the certificates are present here, and the same statement of all ongoing, same from the
Just about that's the
same statement of all ongoing. Or is LCC the same? They have attached here, but no attached project. For the license, some validity, and then for bid security, they have here attached bid securing declaration. The same attached by Attorney or Titama. For the organizational chart, they have attached here organizational chart, the list of key personnel to be assigned to the contract, with their qualification data. So all the listed personnel here have signified their commitment to work in the contract. So next is the list of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment to be assigned to the contract is supported by the certificate of availability. For on, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and under list, we have 2, 4, 6, 7. With the supporting documents, such as wars and shares, wars and shares for the own equipment, and for the list in the list of the laboratory equipment units. And for the list, for under list, we have here the contract list agreement in between the contractor in Adamson Panico for 1 unit Isuzu cargo truck motorized with attached supporting documents. Another lease agreement in between contractor and Alberto Abay for 2 units dump truck with the supporting documents. Another lease agreement in between contractor and Marjorie Samidan for 1 unit road roller with supporting documents. Another contract list of agreement for mixer truck between the contractor and Aldrin authorized supporting documents. And then next is the omnibus sworn statement updated and notarized by Attorney Horty Tama. And then next is the audited financial statement with the supporting documents. And then the computation of the net financial contracting capacity amounting to 307,521,248.70 pesos. And that's Philippine bidding documents. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so again, let's proceed with the next project. 26 PM 0006. So we have again received one envelope from Delta Force. Let's examine the technical component of the bid. Delta Force. So please the bid of Delta Force technical component. The certificate of Philjips registration is a platinum membership, which is valid until April 16, 2027. Since it is valid, the DTI certificate, MEOS permit, tax clearance, and pickup license, including the audited financial statements, understood present. So next is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. So For government contracts, there are 5 projects listed between various between two procuring entity, the NIACAR in the PLGU Benguet, with attached supporting documents, the NTP and other supporting documents. Of course, though it is not required, there is the presence of the statement of single largest completed contract, I should say. So, may isa with supporting documents. So, next is the bid security. It is in the form of a bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Manghi. Next is the project requirements, such as the organizational chart. So there is the presence of the organizational chart. And then the list of key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their qualification data. And a duly notarized key personnel's certificate of employment indicating their commitment to work on the contract. And, other supporting documents such as their personal's profile. So again, all the listed key personnel have signified their commitment to work on the contract. Next, the list of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment units. So for own, there are various under lease, 6 units in under purchase agreement na with the supporting documents uh, and certificate of availability of equipment, affidavit of ownership, duly notarized by the same lawyer. Next is the lease agreement. It is between the contractor and the TMB Enterprises Company uh, with another lessor, the Perisitas Latawan and then Dominga Dawe. Uh, duly notarized. This is for water truck, transit mixer, payloader, backhoe, and cargo truck with supporting documents. Sales invoice, other supporting documents, the sales NCRs and the likes. Certificate of availability of equipment issued by the resource. Source of certificate of availability of the listed equipment. Next is the omnibus sworn statement, updated one. And then a copy of the Philippine bidding documents. Okay. Nandun in FCC. The amount is 155,572,000. For the other documents, nandun na sa next project for 26 PM 0008. So again, loan bidder, LBG Construction. When the documents, the technical components of the envelope of LBG Construction. So let's now examine the documents. So for Philip's certificate of registration and membership, so it is platinum membership, valid until March 26, 2027. So again, it is valid, therefore, the DTI, New York Permit, tax clearance, the audited financial statements, and pickup license, stood na meron. So let's, dito na. Okay. Next, the statement of ongoing government and private contracts for government. There are two between the province of Benguet and then for private now, with attached supporting documents such as the NOAA, NTP, contracts of agreement, and other supporting documents. Next is the single largest completed contract from government, non-private, non. So the pickup license, meron. Then next, the bid security. It is in the form of a bid securing declaration, notarized by Attorney Marlon Caltino. Next, the project requirements for the organizational chart, present, and then the list of key personnel to be assigned to the contract with the qualifications. So there is a letter of nominee for project manager, and then the project manager's certificate of employment and commitment to work on the contract, notarized, the same lawyer, and then the other listed personnel again have similar nominations in certificate of employment and commitment to work on the contract, notarized. Next, the list of contractors' labor equipment units. So for all various underlays, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. 16 units in the purchase agreement now. So one lot for minimum laboratory equipment units, the supporting documents for all the ORs, NCLs, the listed equipments, cash invoice, and for the list of minimum testing materials. I have here a copy of the list. Okay. With the attached supporting documents from the Bexfield Corporation, cash sales invoice for the laboratory equipment. And then next is the contract of lease of the relevant construction equipment listed. So for 1 unit backhoe in 1 unit dump truck, this between the contractor in Fidel Yobus, notarized agreement, same lawyer with the supporting documents, deed of absolute sale for RCRs and certification. Another lease agreement for 1 unit loader between Luis Yobus and Terrio Yobus, notarized. The supporting document again in certification. Another lease agreement for 1 unit water truck between the contractor and Lorenzo Faustino Jr., notarized. Supporting documents and certification. Another agreement between the contractor in Boyd Flint Tubos for 1 unit bar cutter, 1 unit bar bender, 1 unit joint sealer machine, and 1 unit concrete saw, notarized. With again the supporting documents, sales invoice, certification. Another one for 1 unit concrete batching plant between the contractor in William Gu, notarized with certification. And then the certificate of accreditation of the batching plant. Next, the omnibus loan statement as stated in notarized by the same lawyer. So the audited financial statements and then the net financial contracting capacity with an amount of 135 million plus. License and then the copy of the Philippine bidding documents. Next for 11, then the 65001 more. One bidder again. Norcas Construction. Norcas. Bayan. Norcas. 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 Ah, okay, for the technical component of the envelope of no gas construction. That's the checklist. And then the certificate of Fairjobs registration, platinum, valid until April 2027. So again, it's valid. So the DTI, the business permit, audited financial statements, and the pickup license, will include it. So next is the statement of doing for government. We have 5 projects between this office in mostly between the province of Benguet with the supporting documents, the NOAA, contracts of award, and other supporting documents. Next is the statement of single largest completed contract. Uh, Unrequired that indicated that no complete a single largest completed contract. Next, the bid security, the form of a bid securing declaration, notarized by Attorney Manghel. And then next, the organizational chart for the contract, followed by the list of key personnel with the qualification data, in their affidavit of commitment to work on the contract, duly notarized by the same lawyer, the person's profile, accreditations, and certificate of trainings. Again, all the listed the key personnel, a duly authorized commitment to contract. Next, the list of equipment owned or leased in or under purchase agreements for own. There are various equipments under lease. 3, under purchase agreement na, the supporting documents, deed of absolute sale, official receipts, and certificates of registrations for the owned equipment, other supporting documents, delivery receipts, sales invoice, and then list of owned equipment and devices. And then the contract of lease of the listed equipments under lease. We have here 1 unit Mansan loader between the contractor and Tikman Santos. Authorized agreement with supporting documents. Another contract of lease is for the 1 unit batching plant between the contractor and William Gu. The supporting documents. Next, the omnibus sworn statement. Updated in notarized. So for the NFCC, nandito kami. Kasi kasama ng audited financial statement siya. Manang gawin niya. So ito na. Ito financial condition. Page 70, so the computation, the NFCC represents the amount of 176 million plus. And then a copy of the bidding documents. Okay, so next project. Condition 0013. Okay, so we have 12 bidders. Okay, so the bidders are Wall-A Construction and F-Floor Construction. Sino ang nauna?
Ito din di pinalaman yun. Pada dinalisin lang po din inal. Sisa na yung ano. Sorry.
Okay, so based on the time submitted, so okay, so let's give priority to Wall-A Construction or submitted his bid earlier than F-Floor Construction. Okay, for the original technical component, it's the bid of Wall Construction. Okay, the table of contents or the list of the eligibility technical component. So first, the certificate of Philjips registration. So it's a platinum membership and it is valid until April 21, 2027. So again, it's a valid Philjips registration. So the DTI certificate, mayor's permit, tax clearance, audited financial statements and pickup license understood valid. So, for the presence of the documents, nandito lahat. Yung sa pickup license. And then next is the statement of completed and ongoing contracts for government na, private na. Next, the SLCs. Again, meron but not applicable. Next, the wage security, which is in the form of the wage securing declaration, authorized by Attorney Layag. Next, the contractor's organizational chart for the contract. And then the list of key personnel with their qualification data, the performance profile, and then the certificate of employment, indicating the commitment of the personnel notarized by the same lawyer. Again, with attached other documents as accreditation certificate, and then training certificates. So, Mr. Eusebio, around, kulang ka ng ref tag. So, although it's the document is present, the list of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment units for all various underlays. There are 6 units in under purchase agreement na with the supporting documents for all with the ORCRs, the equipments listed. Sales invoice, and then for the equipments listed under this for a notarized agreement between the contractor and Jeric Philippi for 1 unit Isuzu truck, 1 unit Hino mixer, and then 1 lot material testing equipments. Okay, with the supporting documents. Certificate of availability of equipment. Another lease agreement between the contractor in Rogelio Cipian for 1 unit Komatsu backhoe and 1 unit Longking loader. Supporting documents, deed of sale, and a certificate of availability of equipment. Another agreement for 1 unit Isuzu truck, cargo truck, between the contractor in Joshua Tatingan. Anyway, the supporting documents and certificate of availability. Next is the omnibus sworn statement. Updated and notarized. Some affidavit of eligibility in beneficial owner, notarized. Certificate of site inspection. The computation of the NFCC. Yun, nandito kanina eh. So the net financial contracting capacity is 144 million plus. But no attached copy of the Philippine bidding documents. So take note, Secretariat. Okay, so next envelope. Let's do that. Okay, so the second bidder is Floor Construction and Aggregates. For the technical component, here's the table of contents. The certificate of Philgers registration is a platinum membership, which is valid until May 29, 2027. So again, a BPI certificate, news permit, tax clearance, audited financial statement, and pickup license. Understood, valid. But the documents are here in attached. Next is the statement of ongoing government and private contracts. So for government contracts, there are 15 contracts listed. So between the province of Benguet, municipality of Choblai, and then this office with supporting documents, Bonoa, contracts of agreement, NTP, in other supporting documents. Next is the single largest completed contract. So may isa. It is between this office for the improvement of access roads with an amount of 22 million plus. The supporting documents. Next, the bid security, which is in the form of a bid securing declaration authorized by Attorney Tucker. Then the contractor's organizational card, a list of key personnel with their qualification data, and notarize key personnel certificate of employment and commitment to work on that contract. So duly notarized by the same lawyer. With the profiles, accreditations, and certificates of trainings, likewise attached. Again, all the listed personnel have signified their commitments to work on the contract. Next, the list of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment units who own various under lease, none under purchase agreement. None. With the supporting documents, deed of absolute sale notarized, pictures of the equipment, the supporting documents, these pictures, official receipts in certificate of registrations issued by the Land Transportation Office, pass invoice, plus invoice for one set material testing equipment with the attached list, affidavit of ownership, pictures of the material testing equipment. Next, the omnibus zone statement, updated and notarized by some lawyer. Computation, the net financial contracting capacity with an amount of 731 million plus. Joint venture, okay, and then again, the same, no attached copy of the bill of bidding documents. Okay, so next project, loan bidder from Sindo. Sindo Civil Engineering Construction. Sindo. Okay, so for the technical component of the Sindo, here the eligibility requirements. So the valid certificate and membership of the Philippines. It's a platinum and it's valid until February 13, 2027. Invalid, so the DTI, US permit, tax clearance, audited financial statements, and pickup license are considered valid, but the documents are here to attach. Next, the Statement of ongoing government and private contracts for government. One, uh, between contractor was the municipality of Buguias, a procuring entity with attached supporting documents, NUA, NTP, and other documents. Then the statement of single largest, mayroong isa. Again, between the MLG of Buguias with the supporting documents. Next, the bid security. Again, it's in the form of a bid securing declaration notarized by attorney Galpo, Gatpo. In the project requirements, the organizational chart, and then the list of key personnel with the qualification data, in the key personnel certificate of employment, in the affidavit of commitment or in the contract, to be notarized by the same lawyer, key personnel's profile, certificate of accreditation and completion for trainings, census. And then next is the contractor's major equipment limits. One for own, various and release, 6 units under purchase agreement, none. The supporting documents, affidavit of ownership, notarized by design lawyer, sales invoice, cash invoice, and certificate of availability of equipment, aid of sale, Rs and CRs, for the equipment under lease, for dump truck, water truck, transit mixer loader. So it is issued by the lessor, Novi Donato, Alice Donato, Rex Daitaka, Thomas Palilang Jr., in Franco is Miranda. So there are 5 notarized. Certificate of availability of equipment. Last, for 1 unit concrete batching plant between the contractor in William Gu, notarized. Next, the omnibus sworn statement. And then the net financial contracting capacity, with amount of 86 million plus. And then no attached copy of the bidding documents. So we're done on the opening of the technical documents in we'll first process the electronic eligibility in the CTR. So meron na. Okay, so you have an excuse first from the committee to attend to natural disaster. But we have to attend. Leader.
Suratan sa impasi,
no, ano ka, sinamount na. Ano niya? So, hindi the mountain have to get okay, so what's the mountain?
So just after the preliminary examination of the technical documents, the contract profile processing was run, and so here are the results for the 26/5/0001. Is the contractor around? Layard Construction. So pasado ang technical info, but doon sa NFCC, bakit the comment is no financial statement submitted for CY 2024? So, do you have the comments from the contractor? So it's not found, is that it? Okay, so wala. Please inform the contractor if you have means of information kung nandyan sa labas. So, siyempre, It goes with the 3 projects na kanyang sinalihan. Lone bidder pa naman. Came out that he failed the NFCC under the contract profile processing. So, hold mo na yung opening of his financial document. Next project for the Window 65006. Delta Force, same situation. No 2024, pero doon sa na natin, we'll try to review the audited financial statement kung meron siyang kung ano yung date ng ano no, maybe that is 2025. So we need again the comments of the contractor, Delta Force.
Delta Force? Delta Force? Or Delta Force? Is here.
Bakit lahat ng ano, even the next bidder, ganun pa rin. No 2024 legal aspects of this contract profile processing. So we now open the final financial component of the bid of Norcas Construction.
No. 11. 0011.
Is the opening. Okay, so for the financial component of the bid of Norcas Construction, so we have the financial bid form, the bill of quantities, a summary of the bid prices, okay, representing 85 calendar days. Fix the detailed estimates. And then the price list for the cost of materials, equipment rentals, and labor rates. And then quarterly cash flow, representing 85 calendar days.
Fine.
Okay, so let's now examine the bid report. So the amount of bid is 4,849,579 pesos and 96 centavos. 4,849,579.96. Discount na. Variance is negative 0.99%. Na?
Mamatong. Mid-month sa ABC.
Okay, so the bid amount is higher than the ABC.
Ito.
Okay, so fair, wala na. Okay.
Next.
Automatic failure for that
No, kas.
Sado pa naman another kaya tayo envelope na.
Hindi naman ng natin.
So for the 26 PFC 0013, both the bidders have passed the technical and financial aspects, including the legal aspects. Pasado sila naman, wala namang pos. Isa, parehas, pasado. So the only problem is they did not attach a copy of the Philippine bidding documents. Is it
Bidding documents yung dalawa.
in our checklist? Hindi na kailangan?
Hindi po kailangan kasi ako wala dito sa checklist. Pati po. Itong sindo.
It's okay because it's not in our checklist. So it's the pleasure of the committee. That's the pleasure of the committee.
Kasi wala dito sa checklist yung yung Philippine bidding documents. So
Okay, so
we will open.
okay, so is that a motion?
Yes, sir. Motion that the Philippine bidding document is not in the checklist. I hope that we will open the bid over for this step.
Second motion.
Okay, so moved and seconded, so the motion is approved. Let's now proceed with the opening of the financial component of the two bidders. First, Ang nauna nating binuksan is Wall A Construction. So we have the financial component of the bid, Wall A Construction. Wall A, Wall A. That is the pronunciation. Sa mga Igorot, it is Wall A. Okay. For the financial component of the bid as well as the bid form, the summary of bid prices, bill of quantities, you not understand what is the items, so only labeled as a summary of bid prices of the proceeding or the succeeding documents are not labeled. Kung ano itong mga to. Meron yung isa, bill of quantities. For the next, yung nakalagay kung ano ito. Chair directs the technical working group to ascertain what is the document. So next is the unit prices for the cost of materials, labor and equipment rentals. And then cash flow by quarter. The calendar days was indicated in the summary of bid prices with the contract duration of 64 calendar days. Oops, okay. So now to examine the bid offer. So the amount of bid is 4,617,196 pesos in 90 centavos for 616,196.90. And the discount is 1.8% of the ABC. 1.6% of the ABC. So sa ABC ang computation. Yeah, of the ABC. ABC.
From the ABC.
So ano yung EBC? 14802.
454.
So variance is yes.
Bid supplement po is 67 candidates.
7. Do you have a bid supplement for this?
Kailangan bibig sa doon. May big issues lang. Ito yung big na. Yung supplemental bid bulletin na ito. Ikalan.
Magamit lang mo de 67. Yung ano. Okay, so noted. The comment is noted, although the number of calendar days presented by the is lower than. Although in the documents, supposedly the contractor should have followed the number of calendar days.
Yung as advertised tapos napalitan sa
Okay, 7 calendar days. So again, we have a problem with this. So what is the relation of the body? Since the indicated calendar is 67. The bid supplement. So original is 64, but we issued a supplemental bulletin for this project. It's 67 calendar days.
Mr. Chair, since it is noted there in the bid supplemental bid that one change is hindi ko the supplemental bid, one correction here is the contract duration. So this is compared from the advertised original 64 calendars to the supplemental bid 67 calendar days. So I suppose the contractor should look after this. So I move with this supporting documents. I move that the bid of this Wally construction will be outrightly disqualified, Mr. Chair, without following the instruction from the bid supplemental.
Taken the motion.
So it was moved in second that due to the construction scope of not following what was posted, the motion is approved. The bid of quality construction is disqualified. So, quality construction, the amo of the authorized representative, if any, we have your comment. Since the contractor is not around, so that is the decision of the committee. The bid of quality construction is disqualified. Please state the reason. for disqualification. Secretariat. Okay, so we now open the bid of Effler Construction. So among the secretariat have recorded the statement of Sir Marlon. Yes, state the reason for the disqualification. Okay, so the financial component of the bid of Effler, we now examine table of contents, the bid form, the summary of bid prices, indicating contract duration of 67 calendar days, the bill of quantities, detailed estimates, the summary of rates for the cost of materials, labor rates in equipment rentals, and then cash flow, quarter employment schedule, again indicated 67 calendar days. Lying, so we will now examine the bid offer. So the amount of bid is 4,793,118 pesos and 97 centavos for 793.118.97 with the discount of 3.5% from bid amount. Let's compute. $3.5 from the bid amount.
The amount, the ABC. Point 035. Then the bid amount.
So is that exact computed
Computed
result of the
the bid amount or the ABC?
Bid amount.
bid amount?
Bid amount.
Bid amount.
Paano ba ang computation ganun na? Diretso? So is that the result? So the variance is negative 3.68%. Tama? Okay, so seemingly Ifler Construction has the lowest bid, but this is subject for further bid evaluation in post-qualification. Okay, so next project for the last project. Asan na yun?
Single. In the bed.
25. Okay, so result shows that the contractor passed both legal aspects and the technical and financial aspects of the profiling. So let's proceed with the opening of the financial component of his bid. Okay, so here the table of contents, bid form, bill of quantities, summary bid prices first, 74 calendar days, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, the price list for the labor cost, equipment rentals in materials, plastic materials, and then the duly signed cash flow by quarter. So 74 calendar days.
Combined.
Okay, so let's take a look at the bid offered. And the amount is 4,938,792 pesos in 39 centavos. 4,938,792.39. A variance of negative 0.23%, and being a lone bidder, Sendo Civil Engineering Construction as the lowest bid, but subject for further bid evaluation in post-qualification. Okay, so do we have representatives or authorized representatives of Layad Construction and Delta Force? Okay, so while waiting for the representative, since we have examined the technical a while back in indeed complying, but as to the result of the contract profile eligibility processing, it is coming out that they have no So meaning they have not submitted. Well, they have no audited financial statements for CY 2024. And so the contract profile processing cannot be ascertained. Thus, the net financial contracting capacity was affected.
Audited financial statement.
Yung represent din ako. Yun ay ano kayo? Wala. Yung ano nila? Sige ko mo siya 2025 din pa atat ano ka ba? Audited financial statements.
To contractor bayad din. Tapos,
Na-out pa yun.
Sa loob. Stay pigari. Ano ba? Stay pigari din. Pipigari.
Mr. Chair, I move that we'll refuse a break at this moment for maybe 15 minutes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, moved and seconded, so the motion is approved. We have a 15 minutes break.
Right, close motion.
Hello. So 15 minutes is over. So we have already done with our break.
Yeah.
Wala na to. Sige lang.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
since it's a lunch break, may I request for the extensions of the break for our lunch, Mr. Chair.
Second the motion.
And may I request and move that we'll resume at 1 o'clock, Mr. Chair. Okay.
Again, what's the request?
Mr. Chair, since it's already lunch break, may I request another extension for our lunch break.
So what's the pleasure of the body?
Second the motion.
Okay, so is that a motion or just a request?
Motion is it's a motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so the motion is approved. We'll now have an extension for lunch break. So how many minutes? 35?
Please again. 35 minutes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so again, motion is approved. So we'll have a break for around 35 minutes to give way for Mr. Vicente Chan. See, good afternoon. Time extension has now elapsed, so we'll now I now call for the resumption of this activity. And we are done with the last project, so we now have a comment from Delta Force with regards to his NFCC. Though it is attached in his document, we just would like to ascertain if the documents attached are authentic.
Yes, sir. Authentic.
Authentic, okay. So that's our assurance that your attached documents, your submitted documents are authentic. Okay, so since we have heard from bidder that his documents are okay, we will now proceed with the opening of his financial component, the component of his bid, financial component. 26 5 0 0 26
006.
006 I should say. Okay, so for the financial component of the bid of Delta Force, we have the table of contents, the bid form, bill of quantities, summary of bid prices, detailed estimates, the summary of the cost of materials, labor and equipment rentals, cash flow by quarter representing 73 calendar days. 73?
Right.
Line, okay, so may we now take a look at the bid offered. So the amount of bid is 4,843,118 pesos in 16 centavos. 4,843,118.16. So variance is negative 0.16. And being a lone bidder, Delta Force, the lowest bid subject to further bid evaluation and post qualification. Thank you. So we now proceed with the other remaining 4 projects. So let's examine if the statement of financial or yes condition in
The financial statement for 2024 of Layad Construction is indeed present in the document, in the technical component, I should say. Okay, so since the contractor is around, are these documents authentic?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so meron ba? Okay, since there's attached a financial statement or yes for 2024, the bid of Layad will now proceed with the opening of his financial envelope. So let's start with the first project. So table of contents for the financial documents in the bid form, bill of quantities, a summary of bid prices, detailed estimates, then the summary of our rates for the cost of materials, labor and equipment rentals, and then cash flow, quarter. Do we have any supplemental bid bulletin? For this one?
For this project, sir, we have the supplemental visibility, but for the bill of quantities only,
Okay.
not for the.
Okay, so that complying.
Fine.
So let's now take a look at the bid offer. So the amount of bid is 4,786,070 pesos and 22 centavos. 4,786,070.22. Variance is negative 0.33%. Loan bidder, so Layad Engineering and Construction in aggregate, as the lowest bid. Subject for further bid evaluation and cost qualification. So with the same bidder, so let's proceed again with the next project, the opening of the financial component. It's the table of contents, bid form, bill of quantities, the summary of bid prices, detailed estimates, summary for the cost of materials, equipment, rentals, and labor. Next, the cash flow by quarter, representing 72 calendar days. Okay, so let's examine the bid offer. The amount is 4,304,915 pesos in 13 centavos. 4,304,915.13 with no discount offered. So negative 0.39%. Again, loan bidder, so Layad, general engineering, construction in aggregates as the lowest bid, subject again for further bid evaluation and post qualification. So next project, the same bidder, so let's proceed with his financial document, financial proposal. Bid form, the quantities, summary of bid prices, detailed estimates, the summary of rates for the cost of labor, equipment rentals, and materials, and then cash flow, again representing 72 calendar days. Pass. Let's now examine the bid offer. And the amount is 4,306,100 pesos in 80 centavos. 4,306,100.08. 8 centavos. So variance is negative 0.36%. So loan bidder, again Layad, general engineering construction in aggregates as the lowest bid, subject for further with evaluation and post qualification. Okay, so let's proceed again with the opening of the financial component of LBG construction, since you check that the CY 2024 financial statement is attached under the comparative representation of his financial condition for CY 25 in 2024. So table of contents, bid form, bill of quantities, so summary of bid prices, the bill of quantities, detailed estimates,
summary rates for the cost of materials, labor and equipment rentals, and then the cash flow per quarter with the 68 calendar days. Tally.
Combined.
Okay, so let's take a look at the bid offered. And the amount of bid is 4,776,716 pesos with no discount offered. So the numerical value is 4,776,716.00. Variance is negative 1%, 100%. 1 yan. Sorry, 0.53%. So again, loan bidder, so LBG Construction as the lowest bid, subject to further bid evaluation and post qualification. Okay na ba? Tapos na lahat? Okay, so we are done with the opening of 8 civil works project. So any announcement from the Secretariat?
Mr. Chair, announcements for our observers and interested bidders. We will be having our pre-bid conference tomorrow. June 10, 2026.
How many projects?
Or 5 projects.
5 projects, alright.
At 10 o'clock AM is fine time to attend for those members of the support group, the TWG and BACSEC, and also from the procurement. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. So again, be reminded of our jury duty tomorrow at 10 o'clock, same venue for a private conference for 5 civil works projects. Okay, so Secretariat, TWG, the procurement unit, that's you have recorded the result of our bid opening, so please inform immediately our bidders with regards to the result of our bid opening, especially the AMO of the wall construction. Do inform him with the result of our bid opening. Okay, so that's all. We are done with. Thank you sa mga partners natin who participated in this procurement activity.
Mr. Chair, since there are no more matters to discuss, I move that this bid opening be adjourned.
Second motion.
So it has been moved and seconded, so the motion is approved. This this bid opening